let me start by congratulating you both on sharing your story and getting it on screen. What was your experience to get to see your life unfold?
I think that first of all, hi, and I think that seeing my our lives and our journey becoming into the film, it's surreal and obviously emotional, and I think that it's an honor for us that our story has been told in this way, that to be, you know, staying true to the actual events, and I guess that's watching it in a bigger screen. It's just give us reflected us that bringing us sitting like is stepping back into our the most challenging and inspiring moment of our lives. There are many of these accounts that it shows the challenges that we faced. That there is a struggle, doubt, and the victories and the determination that define our paths. So I just say that it's an honor for us that our story told in this way and this beautiful way.
Elaha, you were involved in the co-writing. So what was it for you to be putting down and writing and just you probably I don't know, I imagine sometimes when we dig into our soul and trying to relive things, you find other things that you're just like, oh, this was key.
I mean, like for me, it was such a beautiful experience and also very challenging because for me, it was very important that we make sure that we actually bring the true experiences that we had in Afghanistan and these girls. And for me, as somebody who grew up in Afghanistan, somebody who were involved with the team, I was able to actually bring some of these experiences, in this film and making sure that. All like the challenges that they went through are and the complexity of like living in Afghanistan, all this cultural like aspect of it all come to the movie, and making sure that their stories tell in a way that shows their courage and determination, but also bring the main and core message of the movie, which was about like hope, and it was about resilience of young Afghan girls who face the challenges, but they still keep continue doing incredible things in STEM. And yeah, so it was a beautiful experience, and it was also very important for me to make sure that we bring in all the cultural aspects and values that we have in Afghanistan, and just being able to present it through this movie.
Through the film, thanks to Aleha's writing, we also get to learn about Roya, your superpower of persistence. Remarkable.
Thank you.
So tell me about that persistence. That what helped you stand your ground?
Well, I mean, when you grow up in such a conservative society, and lots of things trying to make the women's to being pushing back because of the social barriers, the family pressure. But for me, I think that I learned the time that I was persistent to use this computer at the coffee shop. That I know that there is a computer, or there is, we call it magic box, in that internet cafe, that only my brother and cousin could go and see it. And I was heard that this magic box connect you with the people around of the world, and you can type any like question and you can find any information. I was living in a city that there was only one library that you could go, and there is always the old books, and you couldn't find any new information. And I think that at that time I learned to persist it. I was persistent to get my family's convinced, and then go to that coffee shop and insisted that I wanted to use that computer. And then finally I could. And I think that from the moment that I start working with a computer, I realized that this is what I want. I couldn't see, but I could imagine that what could be my life. And I made determined to make the technology be the center of my career. And I learned that in that society, if you want to get some things, you have to persist. And not only that society, in everywhere, you have to go for the things that you like it, and making sure that nothing will stop you for things that it's matter for you.
I appreciate the credits, the pictures, and the original photo of the team. And I'm curious too, in the film, we get to see a team of 4, but in the picture, and from what I read, it's a team of 6. So what was the reason? I guess this one's for Elaha in the writing.
So we actually wanted, so it wasn't like the first team that we had that we actually bring into the movie. It was more of like we bring in all the experiences and events that happened throughout the process of, building this team. And like there were like so many girls in the part of this, Afghan girl robotic team. So it's not like necessary that we wanted to present one character is really present one person in the team. It's just like different events and characters combined together to bring this story to life. It was very important for us to make sure we bring all the aspects that are important to be told in this story. So it was a mixture of everything.
And in the film, I mean, I'm way far from being familiar from the robotic world, but you guys make it, you guys in in the film, it's brought in like a world that I want to be a part of. How do I get in there? Is that what it's like? Everyone's just friendly and team players.
I think that that obviously the robotic is more than building the machines and that coding it. It's more about problem solving, working with a team, and it's about innovation. It's about creativity to bring it to the society. And I think that what is amazing is that we first introduced to the first global, and thanks to Dean Kemen and his commitment to help and support the children to learn about the STEM, and we learned from them. That it was amazing to go into every of this competition. As he says, that it's not about competing, it's about collaborations. And then you could see this team before the matching. They collaborate with each other. They have fun. Everything you see in the screens, especially about the first game, is like that. The children are friendly. They're working with each others, and in the competition, they just maybe compete with the robots, but after that, they will coming together to work together. So I think that what I love it about robotics competition is that you're working as a team together, and it no matter where you come from, which background of the finance you are, or which religion you have, or what political differences that you might have it. But in this robotics games, and and especially a competition is about what your ideas is matter, what your talent is matter, is that you're working together and creating together something innovative and bring it to the society to solve a problem or compete in a competition. But I think that for us, it was more than a competition. It's not that we building robotic teams to just compete in the stages. It was about, it's about fighting for education, fighting for equality, and then also showing, as Elaha mentioned, about the talent and resilience of the Afghan women who refuse to sitting back by limitation and the social barriers that the society introduced them. It's about, breaking the barriers and changing the mindset that the women has ability in the science and technology and engineering, and they should have a place in STEM. That was for us, beyond the competition, it was also a bigger story and bigger fight.
Wow. Well, congratulations. Thank you for sharing your story. And you are representing Afghanistan women that are very strong, and hopefully we get to see more internationally.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.